Hi guys, my name is Johnny and today we're going to be talking about staking Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is actually due for a network upgrade into ETH2, and part of it is in the interim, they are allowing people that are currently holding ETH tokens to stake them into validators and earn about 4 to 5% APY depending on where you go. Now, what I do want to talk about is actually a better way to stake Ethereum, and you could potentially make up to 30% APY. Now, before I continue, nothing I say here is financial advice. It is for informational and educational purposes only. And also, if you like the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It really does help. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so let's take a look at their website at ethereum.org. Now, as they are getting ready to launch ETH2, in the meantime, if you want to become a validator, you can actually become one with 32 ETH. Now, once you become a validator, you actually do earn rewards until the ETH2 mainnet goes live. Now, if you have 32 ETH and you want to run this on your own, there are some risks and technical requirements. There are services for a fee that will help you run it if you have 32 ETH. Now, it's important to note that some of the risks involved here is that it says right here that you can actually lose ETH for malicious actions going offline or failing to validate. So this means whichever validator you go with, you need to make sure that you do trust them. Now, if you go ahead and scroll down, you can actually do this on your own, or if you have less than 32 ETH, there are a bunch of staking services which provides a variety of fees and benefits, but however, the risks of having your ETH lost if these validators act maliciously is still a risk to be aware of. Now, if you're like most people, you probably have Ethereum on, say, Coinbase. And when we look at Coinbase, they are offering a 4.5% APR. And what they're doing, you are getting a slightly less APR, but Coinbase is handling all of the validation and staking for you for that fee. So it is significantly easier to stake on Coinbase and even Binance.com, where they are offering you a 5.2% APY, so they are taking significantly less fees compared to Coinbase. So a lot of this information is already out there. Lots of people are already staking. This is not anything new. If you're sitting on ETH, you may as well hodl and stake it somewhere while you earn a small percentage. Now, what I do want to talk about is an opportunity where you can earn up to 30% APY using this network called Umbria Network. Now, what Umbria Network is a cross-chain bridge, and it is by far extremely popular to move Ethereum assets over to different networks. So for example, I'm going to click down here and you can see that you can bridge a bunch of different tokens from Ethereum to Polygon or vice versa. Now, they are working on implementing Binance, but today I do want to talk about just Ethereum. So we can head over here to the farm and pools, and for example, we can go pool ETH. And what you can see here is that if I'm on the Ethereum mainnet staking Ethereum, I'm earning 22.96% APY, which is significantly more than what your exchanges are going to be offering you. Now, on top of that, it's also good to note that this is an auto harvesting pool, which means that all of the balances that you're earning is going to be automatically compounded. Now, let's take a look if we change the network over to the Polygon Mainnet. So switching over to the Polygon Mainnet, I'm earning way more at 30.17% as of recording this video. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to actually do a tutorial and actually walk you through this, and I'm actually going to be doing this live with you. So let's take a look at what I have here in my wallet, and I'm going to go ahead and scroll down here. So I have about 734 Matic on the Ethereum mainnet. So on the Ethereum mainnet, if I were to stake this, I would only make 11.26%. Whereas on the Ethereum, I would make 22.96. However, on the Polygon mainnet, when we switch over, you can see here, I would make 30.17 and still I'd make about 11.17 with Matic on the Polygon mainnet. Now, it is more advantageous for me to switch everything over to Ethereum. However, I'm looking at my current assets, and I am seeing that I have Matic that I need to convert over. So now I don't like doing things on the Ethereum mainnet just because it is stupid expensive. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bridge the Matic over from the Ethereum mainnet over to the Polygon mainnet. And so how I do that is I'm going to head back here and go to bridge. I'm going to bridge my Ethereum mainnet to the Polygon mainnet, and I want to bridge all of my Matic. I'm just gonna do that. So I'm gonna hit send Metamask, and then I'm going to hit send here. And it looks like it's going to be just $5 to make that bridge, and so I'm going to hit confirm. Great, so now I have my assets here. I can go over here and switch over to the Polygon mainnet, and I should see my Matic balance increase here, which is perfect. So I'm going to head over to quickswap.exchange, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be swapping my Matic balance into Ethereum. And then I'm going to go ahead and do 730. I do like leaving a little bit of Matic in my wallet just for some transaction fees. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit swap, confirm swap. Now once I have that in here, I can go back into my wallet, go over to assets, and then if I don't see my Matic tokens in here, is head over to CoinMarketCap and typed in wrapped Ethereum or WETH. So it is the wrapped Ethereum that's on the other chains here. So I'm going to copy this address. I'm going to go up here under my assets, and then I'm going to import tokens, paste that. WETH should show up, add custom token, and my balance will show up here, import. Now that I have this, I'm going to head back over to the Umbria Network, and then I'm going to go to pool and earn. Now underneath here, I'm under the Polygon Mainnet. I'm going to click on Ethereum. And what's cool about doing it this way, if you look here, since I'm only staking a single asset, that I'm not going to be exposed to the impermanent loss. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit add liquidity, and I'm going to max out, and then I'm going to hit confirm. Cool, so the transaction has gone through. I'm sitting at 0.425 ETH. So there you have it. So instead of staking the tokens on, say, Coinbase or on Binance, I've taken my tokens, bridged it over to the Polygon mainnet, swapped it there just because it's so much cheaper, and then I moved it back to the Umbria bridge and then put it into the pool, and now I'm earning 30.17% as of today's recording. Now, I will do probably another follow-up video in about a month, but in the meantime, please take care, and I will catch you guys soon.